10 seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
How dare you!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
Good morning. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Monday, July 19th, 2021 edition of Nevermind the Furthermore with me, your host, Brian K. Morris. How the heck are you? Did you have a good weekend? I hope you did. And we want to hear about yours. And I'm going to tell you about mine. Had a fantastic weekend at Heroes for Kids Con. And we're going to have some thank yous and show some other stuff we got down there because it's good to be the king and all the fun we had. But anyway, thank you all for joining me this morning. Pardon me. And we'll start with a thank you to our sponsor, Jeffrey Hayes and Plasmafire Graphics. Plasmafire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Holy cow, were those beautiful graphics or what? And if you want graphics that beautiful on your work, then contact Jeffrey Hayes at plasmafiregraphics.com. Also, check out his Facebook page. And does he do good book covers? I'll vouch for that. Check out Snow Ambitions, currently available on Amazon for 99 cents, a mere 99 cents, for all kinds of great quick read, crime, thrilling stuff from me, my latest publication there. But please check it out and check out Plasmafire Graphics. And the best part is, they're inexpensive. They're highly affordable, and you can afford them too. You can't afford to not work with Jeffrey Hayes. Have one of his covers on your book and watch the sales go up. But anyway, please check out Plasmafire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you. We also want to thank our Patreon supporters. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly. And many of these people on this graphic here have their own Patreon pages as well. Please check them out. But it's not like you send us money and we go to Vegas with it. No, our money helps keep this show going. That's what our Patreon people have done for us, and we are looking at expanding some of the things we do with their help. And they also get peeks at works in progress, my exclusive blog. Every blog deserves a name, and other goodies as I can think of them. So please check out what we offer at Patreon, www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. We also want to thank, and there's our beautiful new sophisticated graphic for our current schedule. It is undergoing some changes. We are adding some shows. We've just recently added The Truth Mongers with Ted Davies and Glenn B. Fleming. It is a super, super good show. Very proud to have it in the network. And we are also seeing an expansion, if I can announce it, of some stuff from Joe Dog McKeel that I think you're going to be really excited about because he's a great broadcaster too. All these people are great. Please check them out. We cover your entertainment 7 days a week. Might even slip in some warm, soapy information on you. You never know. So please check out the Rising Tide Broadcast Network's page on Facebook and give it a like. And also, folks, if you're watching on the rerun or you're watching us live, please, if you're watching us on Facebook, give this video a like if you've enjoyed any part of it. And also give it a like because it annoys people that don't like me. So there we go. And there are people like that. I can't imagine that. But also, Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, please give us a thumbs up. It helps us so much. And also take a second and subscribe to this channel, because we got stuff coming up, and you never know what we're going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I just recognized I look like I've got a layer of Vaseline petroleum jelly on me. Vaseline brand petroleum jelly. Trademarks are important. Hold on, people. Light show for a moment here. There we go. Cleaning the lens. There we go. Is that better? Oh, no, he's still there. Anyway. Oh, now it's time to get your comments. I'm sure you guys and gals have things to say, but we're gonna sneak in some talk about Heroes for Kids Con. I want to thank Lonnie and Jessica Johnson for putting on their second and most amazing show. They the attendance was amazing. Fantastic attendance, great people coming in the door, lots of fun, lots of surprises. And when we left on Saturday night, previously, the previous two charities from the first Heroes for Kids Con got about $2,000 a piece, plus a couple dollars more. This time they are getting each one, which is the St. Jude Children's Hospital and Missouri's National Veterans Memorial, are each going to get over $5,000. And it's nothing I've done. It's you guys. All right. When you bought a ticket, when you bought a table, that money also, the overage went to these two charities. So thank you, Lonnie and Jessica and Dennis and Chelsea and Mary Jo and everyone that helped out behind the scenes. Thank you to the people I interacted with this weekend, sitting next to Michaela and Andy, and being with Jackie and Lacey and just everybody. Eric, we're probably going to see some of them before the show is over, so we'll thank everyone then. And plus, we got some stuff here real quick. Got a brand new book by T.L. Shively that you've got to pick up, called Guardians of Sanctuary, The Hunter's Betrayal. And there's a character in there who should be very familiar to all of you, so please check that out. I also got a book from my buddy. This is hard to describe. How do I do this? Anyway, this is a book, an anthology of humor called Trumpland, an alternative history of the future, with a story by my good friend Jason Nugent in there. Thank you, Jason. I'm looking forward to reading it. It's going to be hilarious. And then over the weekend, we got stuff such as the brand new edition of The Haunting Tales of Bachelor's Grove. They have reprinted issue number 1. Charles E. Moissant and Philo Barnhart, good to see you guys. Anyway, Charles has reprinted this one with stories by me in there. And the brand new issue with a Chris Aquilos cover and stories by me, and Charles, and Robert E. Brown, Claudio Adriana, and Marco Perugini are in it. And it also has tales of one horror story about the Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, and then one concerning Master Ron Fitzgerald, the master of dark sticky magic, as well as Kadrol Shaona, the queen of the paranormal. And plus, there are 2 variant covers, one featuring our 2 real-life superstars, and you get one of each. See? So please check these out when you see Charles at a convention near you, or go to Silver Phoenix .net, I believe it is. But then here we go. Here's the good stuff. Really good stuff. This is my favorite comic book right now, The Zombieful World of Oz. And yes, it's signed by Eric Hawkins, who did a super bang up job on this wonderful comic book here. And plus, I got my swag, which folks, if you supported this, you should be getting yours pretty soon too. But here we go. But we got a little pin back with the Dark Side of the Moon, issue 3. That's the title of this issue. You get a little pin back there, and you got a coaster for your drinks, which is really cool. Plus metal cards. Look at that. It's shiny. It's hard. You could probably cut yourself on. Blood red image of that beautiful Eric Hawkins cover. I wish I had this lit so I can show that. That's a little better. Anyway, yeah. See that? Isn't it beautiful? And then we got some trading cards featuring the Oz characters, the various Oz characters, some of whom you'll be introduced to in this book. All right, like Ozma and such. Then we also got the Ashcan version of the Zombieful World of Oz with some preliminary art, some stuff on how Eric created the series, just all kinds of great stuff. Eric really knows how to put a Kickstarter campaign together. Oh, and the last part here, I got to show this off. If you like poker chips, here it is with the Zombieful World of Oz logo, and then on the side is his Stone Door Studios logo. That's the name of his outfit there. And I think that's my swag for the weekend. And boy howdy, it was a great weekend. We had a good time. We ate like hogs. Got to share a bunch of laughs. Great writing panel. And I thank everyone who was on there and who attended said panel. I think we had the largest attended panel in the whole day there. So I was really happy, and I hope we helped some people. And I hope some of you are watching. If you are, please leave a comment. And I am currently about 13 minutes behind in comments, but we'll get to it as soon as we can. In fact, let's put up that banner that explains all the stuff you should be thinking about. Like, if you enjoy what you see in this video, please take a moment to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe, because it's what the cool kids do. It's the right thing to do. Anyway, let's launch into your comments. We will get to yours as soon as we can. Anyway, yay, first comment, and it's you, Carl Witzman, at 9:15, and thank you for your message this morning. I do appreciate it. And I guess BKM didn't want 6 hours of comments in here before he started today. Try it. And Donna Carlene says, Brian K. Morris, yeah, laughing at me. I love you, Donna. Mwah. Carl and Donna, going to do some shows with these guys soon. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Which, by the way, that reminds me, prep is important to the show. And when you say so, I'm going to try it. This coming weekend, we're going to be at a show put on by Muddy Monster Comics. We'll be promoting that all this week, and it's going to be a fun show. Mike No and Scott Reed are putting that on, and we are going to have a lot of fun. So please come see us in Murfreesboro, Illinois. We will have an address for the, it's not going to be at the shop, Muddy Monster Comics shop that I thought, but we're actually going to rent a venue. So please come see us. It's going to be a really good time. Carl Whitson says, today's writing question: how do you get a great idea so you have to go back and add some stuff in a past chapter to make it fit later? That happens to me all the time. All the time. That is the answer. I do that all the time because, Carl, the thing is, while you're, and you've probably found this, while you're into the story, and I do look forward to other people commenting, but when you're in the story, you're like, I have an outline, but still I'm thinking of permutations, and I think I'm trying to surprise myself as I try to surprise the reader as they're going through my work. And I think of things, and I thought, no, I need to set this up. I need to foreshadow it. I need to, I think it was Anton Chekhov that used to say, if you have a character on stage, in a stage play, if they pull out a gun in Act 3, you better show them in Act 1 putting it into their pocket. You don't want to have a Deus Ex Machina. Well, I need a gun. Well, I just happen to have one in my jockstrap. And I am glad to see you, but no, it happens to me all the time. And all you can do is just go back or make a note to go back and tease that earlier in the book. So yeah, it's not uncommon. And howdy y'all from Joe Dog McKeel. Joe, hope you had a great weekend. I got stuck in a hotel. I have to say that the internet went out on Friday night, so I spent all day yesterday catching up on messages, and still a few this morning. But I didn't get to see, I didn't get to go to the green room. I didn't get to watch Stupid O'Clock. Well, I was driving on Saturday night, so I couldn't have watched Stupid O'Clock then. But, I missed all the shows on Friday night. And so anyway, I'm glad you're here, Joe Dog. And Joe Dog, Carl Witzman, what about writing out a character that was useless? The realizing they were mentioned a few times and you have to rewrite around their 4 or 5 interactions. Who was it? I think it was Michaela Jade. She published her first book through someone else, and one of her readers said, do you realize this one character is completely superfluous? that you didn't need him at all. And she's like, oh crap, you're right. So anyway, and thank you, Historical Fencing Guild, every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Glad to have you here. Good morning, Nicholas. And Joe Dog, getting back to him, check out Stupid O'Clock. Great interactive talk show with a lot of cleverness and a lot of subjects. Believe me, there's a lot of subjects and a lot of humor and a lot of laughs. It happens every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Then again on Saturday at 11. Both followed by followed by Last Man Standing. I almost called it the Stupid After Show, but that's gone now. It's now Last Man Standing with Dan Hollifield, and that's good too. You want to watch it all. And I just read a book cover to cover several times. I think I may be able to set the clock on the microwave now. Since Joe Dog McKeel. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've almost got my VCR program. Boy, does that date me, VCR. And done that, Joe Dog. Dang characters. Yeah, pesky little things never cooperating. And that's pretty ambitious, Joe Dog. Are you sure about that? Microwaves can be touchy. And goog to you too, Nicholas. All from Carl Witzman. And let's try that again without dropping the phone. Way to make an entrance, Nick. Good morning, Nevermorians. I have been a little absent lately. The ebb and flow of create and promote 20 hours broadcasting a week on 6+ shows. Welcome to my world. And here's something no one tells me. Yikes, Nick, you need a vacation. They don't tell me that because my name's not Nick. And the Historical Fencing Guild continues. Get noticed by my wife. I get noticed by her. Brian, you're working too hard, gal, from the computer. Easing back in after a break. First Friday, not live in over a year, but this week is Contract Assassination Week, where I knock off my contract work. Oh, let the bodies hit the floor, Nick. It's good to see you, man. And whoo, for a second, I thought you were talking contracts to do assassinations. Glad you cleared that up. So is my NSA agent. He had his hand on the phone. I could just tell. And Teresa Dunn, mwah, good morning. Brian, and furthermore, good morning to you, darling. Hope you had a great weekend. And the Historical Fencing Guild says, so to borrow Neil Litherland's job title, fellow literary mercenaries, how do you balance outside contract work with personal projects? In my case, badly. I haven't published anything in 2 years through Rising Tide. However, I have gotten a lot of work done for other people, some of which is now starting to come out, such as Snow Ambition from Ben Books. Because I tend to put all my effort into that project, whatever I'm working on, whether it's for me or for someone else. And but the thing is, I've got things of my own in varying degrees of completion. So eventually, when I get through the contract work, which I've got 1-2 things right now, I think, and then I'm kind of free of obligation. Excuse me. So we're going to work on Volcana 2 and Aquatic. So long teased, but we will get that out there. Carl Witzman says, sometimes that outside things can spur my work on the personal projects too. Once you're in the zone, you want to keep writing. Exactly. Yeah, and I finally got in the zone with a story I'm doing for an anthology with Charles F. Milhouse, and finally hit the zone. And now it's flowing. It's just towards the end of the book too, or the story rather. And then I've got a project that I'll be doing, plus a follow-up that I'm working on for someone else. And then after that, it's back to Rising Tide Publications, who always hire me. They'll always take me back despite how badly I behave. Carl, I would never do outside of game-based scenarios or in LARP-style events, allegedly, says the Historical Fencing Guild. Those outside things, yes. And what if I toss a video backdrop over the intended victim? That's... I think Nick is your researcher there. Or what if the backdrop is sentient? What if it craves human flesh and it comes alive every Friday at 8 p.m. I may be onto something here. You got Carl, distract Nicholas. I've got a story to write. And Comics Talk, Pop Van saying, good morning to you, my friend. Good morning, all. We have decided to try our best to bring Madness admin Christy Shin to GRCC. Posted link in the Facebook page. Oh, cool. Very, very cool. That is awesome. Hey, Good luck with that. Christy's awesome. I think she's great. And poor BK, I'm trying to do a show here. How trying we must be for him. We have met the enemy, Carl, and he is us. So anyway, I'm my own worst enemy there. Joe Dog McKeel, I smile because I have no idea what's going on. Not only do I not know what's going on, but I wouldn't know what to do about it if I did. I'm with you. And he'll be so far behind. Don't be happy about that, Pops. Oh, but do be happy because today you get a couple doses of Pops. That sounds horrible. That sounded better in my head before I said it. Anyway, check out Pops Van Zandt later today on the Comic Madness and Comic Talk on YouTube and on Facebook, where he's got a couple of really great shows coming up today. Really excited. Always excited to see Pops Van Zandt here, and not in that way. Well, maybe a little. Anyway, smash the like. Thank you, Pops. Don't forget, folks, if you're enjoying any part of this video, take a nanosecond and please hit the like, subscribe if you would, thumbs up, whatever feels good. And it does feel good because you're helping a broadcaster out. Joe Dog McKeel, well, Carl Witzman, we surely are trying. Yeah, I'll say. Carl Westman's last year's story, Joe Dog, is that what you're telling the authorities? And first, okay. And everyone's saying hello to each other. And this week, says the Historical Fencing Guild, Nicholas Anthony Tucker, this week is all about external game design for me. My goal is to wrap up my end of the one-shot commission as it is due rap. I don't rap. I don't do that crap. I don't rhyme. I don't make the time. I don't do that slime. Word. Anyway, Joe Dog says, and Donna says, y'all are mean, you know that, don't you? Thank you. At least I've got one person on my side. Thank you, Donna. No wonder I adore you. Hey, Carl, let's see. Hey, Carl, Joe Dog, and everyone's saying hello. And hey, and they're saying hello. And I love it. And we're just providing job security for Brian. Yeah. Yeah, you realize I'm reading comments that the show hasn't even started yet, but I love this. I seriously love when you guys talk to each other. And wrapped up the knee-deep dive, the buffing on map design, and polish for my end of things for Luke. Yes. With a Wednesday focus on the material for Red Valkyrie presents Dice Dudes and Dames, only 7 hours a week live. Yeah, I'm down to 10, so depending on how chatty I get, which, by the way, good morning, Pops, as a Historical Fencing Guild. And here I am. And the Skunk Rocker. Skunk, good to see you, sir. Morning, Nevermorian. And today's weird random factoid is brought to you by Bump in the Night TV, hosted by Orson Helles and Bourbon Hitchcock. New episodes every other Friday on YouTube. Ooh, that sounds cool. And, Skunk is getting sponsored plugs. Cool Beans, rather. And they are making Kung Fury 2. Ooh, wow. Yeah, and I may be getting some deals in 2022 due to some network I've been doing that may come to fruition via Heroes for Kids Con. And again, congratulations, Lonnie and Jessica Johnson and everyone from Heroes for Kids for putting on an incredible show and helping those two great charities. And Chelsea Lane, I publicly apologize for not hearing you, or actually I heard you, but I didn't know where the voice was coming from. Okay. Chelsea's always doing, or she does that. She is such a lovely lady and the best Harley Quinn out there. Sorry, John Pica. She's got the edge. She saw me and she was screaming my name, and I was like, I know I'm hearing my name, but I can't tell where it's coming from. So I felt bad about that because I adore her so much. Anyway, back to the Skunk Rocker, who brings you today's factoid. Bobby Prince used so many stock sound effects from the Sound Ideas library in the video games he worked on, specifically Doom, that you can often hear those sound effects in other media like cartoons. It isn't uncommon at all to be playing a video game or watching a movie and hear a sound effect from games like Blake Stone or Duke Nukem 3D, but most famously, the door sound from Doom is used a lot. So next time you're watching something on the Sci-Fi Channel, keep an ear out for any familiar sound effects you might have heard from your favorite demon-slaying first-person shooter. Skunk, that's awesome. Thank you. And I echo the sentiments of the Historical Fencing Guild. Groovy. Yeah, that is, yeah. And Carl, that's right. Cool, Skunk. I've heard a few of them and had a warm feeling. Yeah, seriously, especially like, not so much, in the last 20 years or so, but like old 50s, 50s films where there seems to be a standard sound of a door slamming or the usual sound of a floorboard creaking. I know that the sound effects houses used to sell like packages, but I don't think any of them were on a really an exclusive basis. So you might hear the same floorboard in a B horror film from Roger Corman, and then you see it next week on Perry Mason, and the week after that on Gunsmoke, and then a few years later on Bewitched. So that's it. Skunk, that is fascinating. I super love your factoids. I really do, man. Nick, I saw a shot of some of the characters standing in front of a green screen on Facebook. I think you might have been the one who posted it. I was glad to see the return of Hacker Man. Yes. And hey there, friends and folks from John B. Pica. John, hope you had a great weekend, my friend. John B. Pica. Check out johnpica.com and definitely check out Nightreich from Amazon, currently available, and it's awesome. Hopefully we get a return of David Hasselhoff too, because he's been on a roll lately with his music, says the Skunk Rocker. And I'd like to hear a sequel to True Survivor. Yeah, and I like Hasselhoff's voice. A lot of people here know him from Baywatch or Knight Rider or now Guardians of the Galaxy, that super disco number he did. But in Europe, and I think in Japan as well, he is a musical superstar over there. He's got a bunch of albums out, and he is probably more popular overseas than he is here in America. I think he's a terrific actor. And actually in the 90s, he did he gets a little mockery, but I think he was terrific in a true to the comics adaptation of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So, and the Historical Fencing Guild agrees with me. Heck yes, we need more Hoff. Last thing I saw him in was the Sharknado series, and he actually is a good singer. He really is. And Ted Davies Artistry. Ted, good morning to you, my friend. I hope you had a good one. Hope you and Chrissy just hugged the heck out of each other. Love you both. And Skunk Rocker said he did that song for the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 soundtrack, and I really liked it, but True Survivor is a bona fide classic in my eyes. I got to agree with you there. That was a strong song there. But just the fact that he could do that Guardians of the Galaxy thing with such a straight face, and everyone in the video itself, like the entire cast and crew of the movie, doing it so straight and so true to the 90s, or excuse me, true to the 70s. That's a joy. That's a pick-me-up video right there. And everyone's saying hello to each other. And the Skunk Rocker says, all right, everyone, it's a Monday after a con, and I'm sure he hasn't had enough coffee yet. True. What's the over-under on words that Brian mispronounces today? Oh, God, we're already off the charts on that one, I'm sure. And Brian Rodman at 10:01 says, good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. How was everyone's weekend? I got more work done on the nebulizer and some writing done for Memoirs number 8. Love the pics from Heroes for Kids. Yeah, we had a fantastic time, and I publicly want to thank my assistants. I had an assistant for the weekend. It was terrific. Cookie couldn't come with me because of her work. The supply chain has geared up again, and so she wound up having to work not just Friday night late, but also all day Saturday with a little OT. So she couldn't come with me to the show. So Sarah Kester, I love you. Mwah, Sarah was my adult, and she wrangled me when she needed to. I was talking to Eric Hawkins and about some stuff, and things were a little slow, and she comes running over and goes, Brian, I just sold one of your books. I got a second one here, and you need to sign it. Get over here now. So I love you, Sarah. And she is a wonderful lady. I was so glad to spend the weekend with her, and so glad to see so many old friends. Morgan Conmick was there, and of course Kathy and Matthew Jackson, Molly Daniels, and of course Michaela and her husband. And happy anniversary to Michaela Jade and her husband Andy, celebrating many, many years of wedded bliss, and two wonderful people. They really are. I love them so very much. And Villainous Grounds, so glad to see you there. And Terry's Creations, the lady who made this for me, and she actually sold another one. And Lynn Shively, Paul Bush, it's glorious seeing you guys again. Dennis Manning, Chelsea Lane, and just goes on and on and on. I know I'm forgetting people. Jackie Nelson, Lacey Lemke. The shot that we have for today's show. Oh, and meeting Richard Knack. That was great. He wrote a number of the Dragonlance books. and seeing was it Tony Asher? I saw him this weekend. So much fun. So great to see everyone there. And Michaela Jane, we were just mentioning you. Hello, everyone. Even though it's my 18th wedding anniversary, I have work to do. So in my pocket you go. Thank you, Michaela. Mwah. Michaela, you were a joy this weekend, as always. So happy. And congrats, Michaela. Oh, it's warm in here. Yeah, no joke. And someone else who warms my heart is Cindy, kept lurker mode engaged. Mwah, Cindy, glad to see you here. Talked about you a lot this weekend. All positive because you're awesome. Brian Rodman says this weekend, Robin and I will be traveling to Dayton, Ohio for the Gem City Comic Con. We are super excited for this one. We get to hang with a lot of our Michigan folks and sell some comics. Ooh, multitasking. I dig that. And I also dig Jessica Johnson. Mwah, Jessica, thank you. And Lonnie, and thank you, family, too. It was great seeing your kids again. I didn't get to see your daughter's portfolio. That was my bad. We were busy. But anyway, thank you for hosting us, Jess. And we are definitely down for next year, which will be happening in July again at the Perry Park Center, excuse me. And one thing I did get to, one joy though, one of many, I gotta say, I drove through Chester on Saturday night. Eek. Nightlife, what's that? That's staying up till late watching TV apparently in Chester. No, I love Chester, Illinois. I really do. Perryville, I took the time to explore some of it this weekend. It was really great. Like I said, the only, and I can't really say it was bad because I got a lot of writing done, was my hotel's internet went out. So other than that, it was a really fun weekend. I drank some ski. I only get ski when I go south, southern parts, closer to the Mason-Dixon line. That was a treat. And, it was just, and got to eat at those fabulous downtown restaurants and had my, Villainous Brew. That was fantastic. I want to get there early enough so I can go to Villainous Grounds. I love that shop. And hopefully I'll be going down there for a signing or something. And if that happens, pressure Mary Jo into having me in. I'll come down there. I'll make sure we get together or something. Okay. Oh, not enough coffee yet. Anyway. Good morning, Jessica, and congratulations again on your super show. And speaking of super, there she is, the unofficial mayor of Metropolis, Illinois, Janet Spark. Well, hello, everyone. Mwah. Hello to you, darling. Couple weekends from now, Metro. And wow, dang it, Brian, I did not expect the how dare you. It's something I stole this, and Joe Dog, I will send that to you. I stole this from Varian Grant. It's just, I just feel that every now and then I need to be told.
How dare you?
Yeah, a lot of that goes on around here. So anyway, thank you, Greta. She is now our spokesmodel. Anyway, Brian Rodman, happy anniversary, Michaela. And morning all from Eric Hawkins. Eric, thank you. We showed off your stuff earlier. Not that stuff. But all the coolness that is the Zombieful World of Oz. Please. I believe it's still in demand on Indiegogo. If you have not gotten that comic book yet, please treat yourself and get that book. It is a super reading experience. And Eric super fan visited this weekend, so he was put to work. Carl Wisman, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and get banned for what you did to the bell. That's right. I want you to bang that bell hard and be notified of everything we do. And Facebook.com, Heroes for Kids, Perryville, Mo. Check that out. That is a great group of cosplayers who use their super cosplay powers to benefit the kids in the community. I love them. I had a super time. And Jessica, I was really proud of your stamina. I seriously am. You did what needed to be done. I'm proud of you. And it was so good to see you, really. I look forward to the day when I can hug you without feeling I'm going to pop a rivet or something. And Lurker Mode Engaged, attempting an intro for Wednesday night show. Good luck with that mission, Joe Dog McKeel. And Pop says, smash the like, share the screen. And, Robert Beatty got to see Alice Cooper. Alice was truly awesome. Probably one of the nicest celebrities I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. Yeah, I've talked with several people, like Papa Van Zandt, who has met Alice in person. And from everything I have heard, he's up there with like Dave Grohl, as far as genuinely nice, kind people in rock music. you don't hear anything about him being a jerk. In fact, you hear more about him going out of his way to help people. And, he does a lot of charity work. He's a businessman. He's a golf addict. I remember the first time I watched the Golf Channel, I watched for about 2 hours. Wasn't exactly thrilled, but I noticed that it was something like 80% of the ads on there had Alice Cooper in there. And even Jack, Arnold, they didn't even show Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus that often, only the classic or Tiger Woods, who wasn't on the outs then. But it was like Alice, which makes me happy because I have loved his music since I was in high school. Seriously, I think he's a super musician and one of the greatest show people ever. And Jessica Johnson also tells you, go to Heroes for Kids Con. And I hope we'll see a lot of pictures on there from this last weekend. It was great. And Vegas, woohoo! We got Pops awake now. And someone who always brightens our morning is Sarah. Sarah, glad to talk to you this morning. Hope you have a super day, hon. I really do. And congratulations for joining this club here. And good morning to our Facebook user there. Hope your morning is going well. The Ninja Genko, same for you, my friend. Good morning to you. And Pops Van Zandt. Oh, I think we're going to, yes, we just had a comment dump. Yay, the first one. Which, by the way, anyone who uses Facebook, remember, we used to have a 200 comment limit. They have eliminated that now. You now have unlimited comments. They haven't done anything about comment dump yet, but Monday Madness would look proper in the lineup. Oh, would it now? You got your own network, Pops. You're going to pass us up, dude. And Jessica Johnson says our fundraising goal was $5,000. The preliminary total is $7,850 to split between the Missouri National Veterans Memorial and St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. I should have the final total within the next few days. Yeah, because some money is still coming in, and I fully expect that to be. I think you're going to be well over $5,000 for both. I'm predicting at least $5,000 for each one. I would love to see that. And if you don't do it this time, you're definitely going to do it next time. And we are mocked by Sarah's gorgeous laughter for people who don't like you. What's there not to love? Thank you, Sarah. And I love you right back. I do, to the abyss and back. Yeah. How could anyone not love a cuddly little teddy bear like me? Well, it is possible, but I think it says more about them than me. And petroleum jelly on the lens. Oh my, no, it's Vaseline brand petroleum jelly, Brian. We've got to be careful about those trademarks here. But no, sometimes the lens just for some reason, I don't know why, it attracts dust in here. So every now and then I have to rub that thing because otherwise I look like one of those 30 starlets in films where they deliberately put like a thin glaze of petroleum jelly on the lens to just kind of eliminate the wrinkles and everything. Fortunately, I've been blessed with relatively good genes, and I don't show my age via wrinkles that much. Although there was that Face app, I still have Face app. And I did, you could age your picture, double your age. And I ran it through till I was about 200. I think I stopped at slightly over 200 years old. And it was only then I started showing I was really decrepit. It was kind of creepy even, but it was so funny. And people were begging me to stop aging my picture because I look so horrible in it. And Joe Dog McKeel, Wednesday's show could be 30 minutes to an hour long, depending on the South Texas mosquitoes and their thirst for blood. Yes, Joe is starting a couple of new armchair rocket science shows in the immediate future. I trust I can announce that. But nobody's watching anyway, Joe. But anyway, no, seriously, or they're not watching me. They should be watching you, because Joe breaks in occasionally with Armchair Rocket Science, where he watches and comments on the various space launches that are occurring now. And look out, Mars, here we come. So yeah, and they're always fascinating. Joe Dog knows his stuff. He really does. And knowing his stuff, that's also Andrew Welch. Good morning from the Spa City's wandering master of mysteries. Gizmo's in the house. Good to see you here, Andrew. I hope you're doing well, my friend. And Amy Hale, mwah, good morning all. Hey, how was Riders on the River? Hope you had I know you had to have had a good time. And you were missed. We were, a bunch of us were like, well, wish Amy was here. But we do wish you were there. We had a glorious time, and we hope you did too, where you were at Riders on the River in Peoria. And Jan Spar, back at you, sweetheart. Seriously, back at you. Love you. And Donna Carleen says, yay for Heroes for Kids. Seriously, I'd like to see more conventions doing that instead of being some you can tell are a cash grab, and some you can tell they do it for the love. But this one is just very, very special to me. And yeah, it's a 6-hour drive for me. It's kind of funny. I talk to so many creative people. Well, I want to succeed. I'll do whatever it takes to succeed. Wait a minute. That's 90 minutes away by car. How can I go there? That's too far away. Don't you have something in my backyard? So no. And here's why, here's pro tip. Sometimes you got to do stuff you're not comfortable doing. And it's like I say during lectures, if you have a 9 to 5 and, do you enjoy every minute of your day, or are you doing things you would just as soon not do? Well, how about starting a business where you're also going to do things you just as soon not do, but you're doing it for yourself? All right. So anyway, yeah, Heroes for Kids. I love everyone there. I love everyone involved in the organization. And it was a super, super event, super organized. And my only kvetch was someone at the when we had the who was it? Local veterans group coming out and doing the colors and singing the Star Spangled Banner to get us going. And someone was finally had to be told to turn off the Star Wars music. It's like, and then they weren't even, when they were turning to leave, they had barely turned when they turned that music back up again. I thought that was incredibly disrespectful. But other than that, it was a glorious time from start to finish, and hope cleanup was efficient for you guys too. And Kenny Sills, how can I forget Kenny and Sills, Carrie Sills, and his Wonder Woman Cindy. Oh my God, so much fun to be had. But yeah, and what in the world were you doing to get lube on the lens? That's what I'd like to know. I don't remember it now, Eric Hawkins. That's the more troubling part. And Jeffrey Hayes, good Monday morning. Good to see you, Jeff. Make it a great day and do something nice for someone else. Cheers, Nevermoria from PlasmaFireGraphics.com. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. When the look of your book matters to you, check out PlasmaFireGraphics.com. They are Jeff Hayes is a terrific guy, and he's a terrific talent. And I just got a chance to take a long drink of coffee. Thank you, Jeffrey Hayes. And Sarah says you got to do the Dr. Evil Pinky move when you say $5,000. Yes, they raised $5,000. Anyway, Teresa Dunn, morning. Happy birthday to you. Oh my gosh, I haven't checked the birthdays yet. Everyone, please wish Teresa Dunn a happy birthday. Happy 23rd birthday, sweetheart. I'm glad to see you. You're looking spry. Mwah! You're still in the bloom of your youth. And Eric, do you really want to know how that got on the lens? That's and Donna, no, I really don't want to know. I can just hear his horrified screams now. And Sarah says, OMG, I must have the second comic book and the variant covers of Bachelor's Grow. Contact Charles. I have very few left. I really do. I have some people that reserved them through me, unfortunately. I might be able to take care of you on one of them. But anyway, contact Charles and see or I'll try to get some more if I run into him again. And awesome goodies you have, Sarah. I was hoping you'd notice one day. Thank you, darling. And at my age, I'm so happy to still have them. Anyway, I love your goodies too. And Anthony Bouveau says, hi, Brian, and everyone. How are you? And hope all is well. We are doing great here, and I hope you can say the same, Anthony. Good to see you this Monday morning. And Brian Robin says this weekend, I got to check out the final movie in the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix based on R.L. Stein's book series of the same name. If you're fans of cheesy slasher films with heartwarming characters, And an overarching supernatural twist that really delivers the you're gonna love these movies. You make them sound so good, Brian. I trust your judgment, and I trust Keisha Acuff. Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful Keisha. Mwah. Hope you're doing well. How are you healing up, hon? Keisha had some surgery recently, and I was thinking about you the other day and hope you're doing well. And Ace Bunny, always hoping you're doing well. Good morning to you, my friend from YouTube. Good to see you. And also from YouTube, there's Grant Lankard. Good morning, ladies and germs. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Sounds like your convention was great. Grant, it was super. Had a great time. Lonnie and Jess and everyone there treated me like visiting royalty. Got to see people I haven't seen in a couple of years. And sold a book or two. This was nice. But mostly I had a great time hanging out with my peeps and hugs and loving, and it was just a super time. And I hope you get some good cons under your belt this year too, Grant. And Ted Davies Artistry, TED Talks, 10 a.m. Eastern Time Tuesday, live draw. See you there. Ooh, that'll be exciting. Ted's a super artist, and his Grim 101 is nearing completion. So check that out when it comes out. Eric Hawkins says, when you read TL's book, you may see some images from an artist you know in there. Ooh, really? I had not looked at the illustration. Oh, this is book 4, excuse me, Guardians book 4. I do see a beautiful logo. Were you responsible for her logo? Oh, cool if you were, because that's a nice looking thing there. And a lovely picture of the lovely Lynn. But anyway, check it out. The Hunter's Betrayal, book 4 in the Guardians series, Guardians Forever. So please check it out. You'll be glad you did. And you'll see a certain name pop up in there too. So, and Ted Davies Artistry continues. The Truthmongers discuss mysteries of the moon. Join us for a common sense approach to conspiracies. Yes. Mysteries of the Moon and Hollow Moon. Yes, Eric. Yeah. Ted told me about that last week. We're going to do Hollow Moon. And I'm like, ooh, I haven't heard anything about Hollow Moon in years. Now, I've heard a lot about Hollow Earth, ignoring all the scientific things we've done. And there's a prominent comic artist who thinks that the Earth is hollow. And he says, well, these guys, sure, they've studied like decades, but I've studied more. Keep drawing, pal. Anyway, free of obligation, I'll take care of that. Please do, Brian. Please do. It's amazing how well I can be distracted by the right project, or even the wrong ones if it's fun. Anyway, the artwork of Bill starting a magical Monday for the bashful birthday boy to the. Oh, excuse me, let's start that again. A magical Monday from the bashful birthday boy to the fabulous frantic Fez man and all the marvelous Monday-morians. Count your blessings and pass them forward, definitely. And Bill, why did you get a sad look? Why did you sad look? I'm sorry if we made you sad. And thank you to everyone who has reacted on Facebook so far. William Pace, Stephanie Downer Hayes, Zoe Chocolate, good to see you, hon. And Cameron, Christopher Payne, Robert Bay, Sarah, Tina McEnany. I'm always pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry, Tina, I love you. Rising Tide Broadcast Network, we love ourselves. Shut up. And Ryan Burmison, Christian Basil, John B. Pica, Cindy Kemp loves us, and we love you back. But Bill's heart is so sad. I'm sorry, Bill. Anyway, hashtag bring Cookie home. Hashtag bring everyone who's creative home so we can have more fun. And Charles F. Millhouse, good morning, all. Charles, good to see you this morning. Charles is the incredible author, the author of the Captain Hawkland series, and he just happens to have a brand new publication out, relatively new, a sequel to the award-winning Plasma Fire, let's see, no, Jeffrey Hayes had something in it. I can't remember. I don't have my book near me. But anyway, a lot of great talents worked on Pulp Reality #2, and me. And you got to check it out. It's available now on Amazon.
Stormgate Press presents Pulp Reality 2. 10 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Packed with pirates, private eyes, aliens, automatons, villains, and vigilantes. High adventure, wondrous fantasy, mysterious horror, and startling science fiction await. Pick up a copy and be transported to astonishing places and travel to amazing times in the golden age pulp style. This is Pulp Reality 2. Available now on Amazon.com.
Behind that gorgeous Clayton Merwin cover lies a lot of good stories, a lot of good reading. Please check out Pulp Reality, available now from Amazon. And check out Doris Jones, Labors of Love. Good morning. Mwah. Thank you for the sunshine, pretty lady. Glad you are here. Hope your Monday is going well. The artwork of Bill Sartin says, the bird's the word when you get Cindy Cap's nice and nifty newsletter at ckoepp.com. It's really something to tweet about. It's a great newsletter. It really is. And the next issue should be coming out in less than a week. So please sign up. Go to her website, ckoepp.com. Sign up for it today, and also check out her books. She is an amazing wordsmith. She is. And by the way, says Comics Talk of Papa's Fans, and we are not bringing Christy to GRCC to set up a table. We are bringing her there to hang out with me, walking the floor, doing interviews and giveaways. Excellent. Oh, man, that's going to be some good broadcasting there. As a representative of the madness, but yes, there will be Christy stuff. How can Christy be there and there not be stuff? That's what I want to know. How dare anyone suppress her stuff? She's really down in a lot of fun. And Brian Rodman, moon pies and coffees for breakfast. It's a good day. And remember, moon pies are just a part of a balanced breakfast. And artwork of Bill Sartin says, I had a great time being interviewed by Ryan Permison on his Nerd Culture podcast this past Saturday. You can watch the rerun of the show on the artwork of Bill Sartin by clicking on Sartin Art 76, and please subscribe to that channel because it's awesome. And there is Christian Basil with this week on The Legend of Traveling TARDIS, Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. Pirates of the Caribbean actor Kevin McNulty on Tuesday. Thursday, her universe is at Ashley Eckstein, both at 6 p.m. And while Facebook was giving me a day off, YouTube said yesterday, Christian got in Facebook jail. I hear he wanted to go in for the showers. The Legend of Traveling TARDIS finally reached its goal. I want to thank all the Rising Tide and BKM. Couldn't get there without you. Of course not. We're awesome. The Rising Tide works. And the ship will continue to help others rise as you have helped us. Thank you all. Thank you, Christian. I appreciate it. And I'm sorry you were in Facebook jail. But it's probably, the thing is, you're too pretty to be in Facebook jail. I'm just saying. Anyway, Charles F. Milhouse, a secret Russian experiment. A lovely scientist on the run. A Russian major bent on capturing her, and Captain Stephen Hawkland must stop the invisible enemy before it kills again. Wow, that's a tagline, brother. That is a super kick-ass tagline. I love it. Captain Hawkland and the Invisible Enemy, book 9 in the Pulp series. Check it out on Amazon. That is great. Oh, and I'm currently reading Millennium Man right now, and I'm almost halfway through it, reading it when I'm able. And dude, that's a pure love letter to Steve Austin, and I'm digging it. It's great. Check out the work of Charles F. Milhouse. He I am so in awe of this man's ability to write. He really is terrific. And Eric Hawkins is suddenly paying attention, going, moon pies. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what was it the other day when we went to the, was it AJ's Brewery on Friday night? I got their Hawaiian pizza. I don't care if you judge me. Molly took a beautiful picture of it. Molly Daniels posted my picture. I don't really usually pose with food, but anyway, this was worth it. But yeah, and it was a wonderful. Had a pulled pork topping instead of Canadian bacon, and a spicy, sweet barbecue sauce. And it's that type that you bite it, it's delicious, it's sweet, it's tangy. And then about 15-20 seconds later, this heat starts to build up in your mouth and tongue, and it's wonderful. But I ate half of it for dinner. And then I ate the other half for breakfast. I didn't take in the continental breakfast at the Super 8. I said, screw it. I'm having pizza for breakfast. I think I had pizza and a bottle of orange vanilla Coca-Cola, all part of a healthy breakfast. And you wonder why I have health problems. Anyway, Ryan Permison has shared this video just like you're supposed to. Thank you, Ryan. And good morning, Nevermorians. How are you? I am doing well. That's what we love to hear. Hope you had a great weekend at conventions, sold tons of books. I did pretty good. I was very happy. I actually had packed, so I had like one extra copy of Volcana. I couldn't fit into the stuff, but now I have things, and I'm going to have to rearrange my stuff when I'm in Murphy-Burroughs, Illinois this week. We will be posting the link to that on my Facebook page. Please check it out. We'll have more information on Wednesday. But yeah, it's like we did good. We were very happy, and thank you to everyone who purchased our books, and thank you to everyone who attended Heroes for Kids Con. We hope to see you next year, and we have hugs. Anyway, Ryan Permisson says, check out the latest episode of the podcast, Talking Movies, at Anchor FM at episode 107. You got to get them all, just like Pokemon. And Eric Hawkins says, Moon Pies and Sundrop bring back some great childhood memories from Tennessee. Oh, yeah, I hear you. It's kind of fun when I could go out and not have to eat like an adult. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, Nerd Culture Channel of Ryan Permissons, for great nerdy content. And in case you missed it, check out the latest episode of And I Quote with veteran artist Bill Sarton. Please check that out from last Saturday. That's going to be a good time. That's going to be part of my day. And here we go. And hello, sir, from Facebook user. Unfortunately, Facebook is playing games again with StreamYard, as it always does, and I can't see your name or your avatar, and I'm sorry, Facebook user, but your business, Bone Cave, I remember you was at Heroes for Kids Comic-Con. My husband and I had a blast. I had no time to say hi in person, but I know. It's like I kept getting drawn away into conversations and stuff and seeing people I haven't seen in ages, and I am sorry I didn't get a chance to say hello to you. I hope the show went well, and we'll make up for it next year, okay? All right, glad you're here. So glad to see you. And Ryan Permisson continues. Spots are open for fall 2021 if you want to be a guest on And I Quote. It's live Saturdays at noon, but if you want to record beforehand, Ryan is up for that. We have friendly conversation and promote your products. Yes, it's all good. And 18 years anniversary, your marriage is now old enough to be an adult, even if the people in it aren't. Anyway, thank you, Sarah. Congratulations again to Michaela, Jade, and Andy. Mr. Jade. I'm sure he'll love that. For 18 years of wedded bliss, you guys are a great couple. And summer reading recommendations, if you got them, Ryan Permisson wants them. Send him a link to your paperback or a paperback you enjoy via direct messenger on Facebook. I think the Walmart even closed at 6 p.m. in Chester. When did I drive by? I drove by, I think I left town around 6:30, and I think there were still a few cars there. But yeah, it was kind of strange. I'm like driving through the business district, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of stuff going on. And I'm sure there's an Asian restaurant on the north side that I really liked. That I'm sure they were open. There was a couple gas stations and the Casey's. The Casey's never closes, thank God. But yeah, but I come from a small town. We didn't have a whole lot of action there too. I understand it, but you compare it to some place like Perryville, which has like only a couple thousand more people, and they were the metropolis, and they were jumping. There was a lot of stuff open, a lot of things to do, particularly downtown, which smells like barbecue smoke, which makes me happy. And thank goodness their Walmart opened early, because I'm so out of practice doing cons now that I forgot to pack a clean shirt for the next day. So I had to get myself arranged, and then I went down and then we were almost across the street from the Walmart in Perryville. I had to go get myself a shirt. Well, I got a couple shirts because they were on sale. They look nice. I'll have to wear them one of these mornings. They were really nice. And but anyway, I'm glad they were open. So anyway, Rick Bradley, good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you had a great weekend. And hope you had a great weekend too. Christian Illusionist Jake Lindsay says, hi, Brian. I need some advice at a show yesterday. I was asking for volunteers 4 times and no one wanted to volunteer. So I had to skip 5 tricks. What should I do in the future? Well, some people are just too shy to be on stage. Make eye contact. If someone makes an eye contact and you just point and say, how about you? And see if they come up on stage. And what you could do is not tell them what the trick was, but say, well, I guess we're not going to do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre trick, or I guess we're not going to get to put you out under the guillotine. And then you probably will get people, because if it sounds violent and bloody, they'll probably run up there and say, oh, I'm sorry, I left that trick at home, but here's one I think you'll like instead. Anyway, Andrew Welch says, had to step out of the room. Gizmo is back in the house, and we're glad you're back, Andrew. Hope you're doing well. And Damien Waldbrun, I hope I pronounced that right. Hello, good sir. Good morning. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well today. Hope everyone's treating you as you deserve, and it's good. And Joe Dog McKeel says, well, I guess I am back. Well, you'd know if anyone would. The old editing computer has been turned off so long, it's taking a sweet time waking up. Yeah. I got a broadcast computer like that. Amy Hill says, glad you all had a great time this weekend. Riders on the River was fantastic as well. And we raised over $10,000 for Thistle Farms. Oh, that's fantastic, Amy. Good for you guys. I want to get up there sometime. I really do. It sounds like so much fun. And Ryan Permison said, I read Astonishing X-Men, Pulp, Assassin's Creed, The Rocketeer at War, The Old Guard, and God Country this weekend. I think I haven't read Assassin's Creed. I don't think I've read The Rocketeer at War yet, but The Old Guard, God Country, and Astonishing X-Men by Joss Whedon and John Cassaday is brilliant stuff. And Pulp, OMG. Anything you can find by Brubaker and Phillips, super, super reading. Anyway, started reading Why the Last Man Too. Plus, I bought some more books from Amazon featuring some of the writers in this chat. Stay tuned for pictures of what I got. Good for you, young man. Sounds like you're really getting some good stuff under your belt there as far as reading goes. And Scratch Golfer, says Bob's fan, saying, oh, is she a scratch golfer too? Oh, cool. And Damien, welcome to the club, says Brian Rodman. Excellent, excellent. Oh, you lured another one in. We're like the Hotel California of talk shows here. And we just had comment number 2. And it tore me up because my magician mentor was at the show and he didn't get to see my entire show because the audience wasn't participating. Sometimes you'll get a dead audience, no matter where you're at, what you're doing. Don't let them throw you, man. Do the trick anyway. If you can do it without a volunteer. But I'd say dress it up. Well, I guess I can't do the the Martian mutilation here or whatever. And just make a joke of it. Just laugh. Don't show your fears, sir. And Damien, thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. We are climbing closer and closer to the 1,000 mark, and it's because of you guys. Thank you all very much for your support. I sincerely mean that. I really do. And Sarah, and back of the cereal box, John B. Pike. Hey, gang, if you aren't following Back of the Cereal Box on Facebook or Instagram, you really must, just to see the video previews of Dee and Johnny's photo shoot. That sounds enticing. Anyway, check out Back of the Cereal Box every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Why do I keep making that a nighttime show, John? What's my problem? You'll have to tell me. But anyway, please check it out at 9 a.m. On Saturday mornings. And also, he's got a variety of other great shows during the week. One of my favorites being Yum Comic Books on Wednesday nights at 10 Eastern. And I'm going to try to get... I missed out on last week's, but I'm going to try to catch you this week, John. I promise. And yay, Jazzica. All right. And Christian Luzin, Jake Lindsay. Hey, John, what should I do if an audience doesn't volunteer to come on stage? Okay. And Comic Talk with Pops fans. And Brian, the growth of my network is largely based on my willingness to cross-promote like the Poppin' Show, which should be on today, around 6 p.m. Eastern, I think. My association with you, Indie Volt, Piper, etc., branching out to other networks is good. Exactly. It's like we help out your network, we help out John's, we help out help promote the Hanging with Web Show network, and Indie Volt will do anything for them at the drop of a hat, except get up early some days, it seems. But anyway, please, everyone, find your networks, find your tribes, and they may not necessarily be in your network, but reach out to other networks and see what you can do to help each other. Because Pops Van Zant's learning how the rising tide works. When you wash it over others, it comes back to you, and you get the benefits. And Sarah, and Christian are talking to each other, and we're gonna skip that so we can catch up on your comments. Jake, you probably should ask that on a show that caters to magic. That's a good point, Carl. There. Granted, some of us, even we authors are performers to a degree. We, sometimes we dress funny, sometimes we dress provocatively, but we're always, engaged. Me, not me comes out. But that is a super thing. But he did ask John B. Pica for some assistance. That's awesome. But I wonder, there ought to be stuff on YouTube, now that I think of it, Jake, where magicians might not necessarily reveal their tricks. Not everyone is Penn and Teller, but they might be able to provide performance assistance, so to speak, and they might have a live cast like this. Ask your mentor if he knows of any, and kidnap him, Jake. It's illegal, but highly effective. You know, you could get that Stockholm syndrome thing going. Good idea, Grant. I will try that next time I'm at a show. And Pops Van Zandt is open to anyone who wants to broadcast what we are doing. Oh, yeah. And Scott Crocker says, hey, Brian, did you forget to upload Michaela's trailer again? Yes, I did. Well, I was going to do it Friday night. When I was at the hotel, we had no internet. And then yesterday, I was just trying to catch up with my correspondence from not being near the interwebs for probably about 36 hours. I had some emails, you know, a lot of business emails. I haven't even watched all. I'm just now getting around to this morning. I loaded up some videos I plan to watch that I missed over the weekend. Jelly's Marble Run has started their Olympics now. That's important. So yes, actually I need to, let's see, hold on a second here. Hold on a second. Michaela, I'm going to try to do something here if I can get this to work. Let's see here. You're going to see me squinting at the screen for a bit, but let's check this out and see if I can find it. I gotta, and before it was coming, I don't know, this year, last month. Was that under test area? Oh, I think I see it. Let me see if I can get this and open. And here, this is a lesson. This is going to be a lesson on how to do this. StreamYard allows you to share videos. And so this is a slower computer, so it's going to take a moment. There it is. There it is. All right. That's not it. That's not it. I got to find it. I did download it. And honestly, it was super. Dude, you have, oh my God, you and Amy Hale have, you two ought to do a commercial together because you guys are just so amazing. You have such amazing voices, but I know I can delete that and I got to find that. It got swallowed up in my files here, but I do have it and I will find it and I will play that bad boy. I will. And let's see, because I'm trying to find it. I cannot find it. Anyway, that's on me. But yes, I will upload the next couple of days. I promise, Skunk, because that is too freaking good to not share with people. And I know it's going to be StreamYard friendly as far as file size. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. Jake Lindsay says, Carl, I asked on here because magicians aren't as kind as John and Brian. Jake, you're going to have to build up your psychic armor. You really are. I had to. Oh my God. Back in my early days, I get a rejection letter and I'm using it to dab at my tears, if you know what I mean. But now I don't, I can take that sort of thing. And it's a shame that your field doesn't have that kind of kindness. Now I get it. People are proprietary towards their towards their tricks. They don't want to reveal how their tricks are done, even to other professionals. I get that. But it's like, that's the thing with writing. If Michaela learns something, she tells me what she learned. She'll tell anyone what she learned. I'm the same way. If I found an easier way to do something, God knows I overshare it. But that's a shame that field isn't so encouraging. It hurts me. It really does. But anyway, that's how I would have done it. And I would love to see. I would love to see what everyone else has to say about your dilemma there, Jake. Carl Weston says, I have a magic trick for my comedy routine, which involves using a mannequin. Now to find one. Oh, dude, should I keep an eye out for one? I run into them every now and then. Do you want male or female? Let me know. Grant Lankard says you could borrow a blow-up doll from Christian if you don't have a mannequin, Carl. Yeah, and you'd have your choice of them. And happy birthday, Teresa, from Pops Van Zandt. Happy birthday, Teresa, from Brian Rodman. The Skunk Rocker says, I once came up with a comedy routine that was part prop act, part illusion, part slapstick. Oh, man. I would pay to see that, Skunk. That sounds good. And Artwork Bill Sarn says, you say it's your birthday, Teresa Dunn. It's my birthday, too. Yeah. Hang on for that reference. And Skunk Rocker says, basically, a masked Jason Voorhees style slasher killer keeps trying to kill the audience, but every time something goes wrong and he ends up hurting himself instead. I was imagining it like that tape face guy from America's Got Talent meeting the amazing Jonathan. Oh, my gosh. That's awesome. And I never did it, though. I had some great gags. I thought that I thought, like a foam cinder block, a chainsaw with no gas, and a meat cleaver that falls apart when you try to use it. Oh my gosh, that's gold, man. That's entertainment gold. Seriously, I would love to see you do that sort of thing. And now I wish I had made the trip up to St. Louis on Saturday. Yeah, we were actually, if you're talking about Heroes for Kids, we were like an hour and a half south, or not quite an hour and a half south of it on I-55. But Perryville's a lovely little community. Great friendly people, great food. I'm on a diet this week, folks. I swear I'm on a diet. But yeah, it would have been nice to see you, John. I would love to, and maybe next year, John, I think you would have a good time, and you would have a lot of people saying howdy to you. It sounds funny, Skunk Rocker. It does. It really does. Skunk, you got to develop this, man. You've got so much creativity. I want to see you. I want to see you getting it out there. I really do. And it sounds wise, Carl. I agree. Go to your peer group for, granted, it is good to get outside opinions. Because, like I said, when we are at shows, we project a persona. We are not quite ourselves. You might be 99% you. It could be 10% you, but it varies with person to person. But usually, me, not me, is a lot more engaging, a lot more friendly, rather than the guy who sits in his underwear typing all day. But anyway, Scott Carter says, I mean, it would have been funny to me. My thought process was that other people wouldn't find it as funny. Now, there's imposter syndrome, Skunk. Serious imposter syndrome. Because one of the things I used to think when I started this full-time gig writing was, who would want to read my stuff? Who would want to be amused by my creativity? And you have to get over it, because when you realize that your fans, the people who will appreciate what you do are out there, but it's a matter of finding them is the thing. So that's our sermon for this morning. And no, I had no involvement in TL's logo, but it is really cool. It is. In fact, I have her poker chip and Mike poker chip and cookies are here on the wall. That's what you see behind you, which I'm blocking with my stupid head. And there's not enough sanitizer in the world. Yeah. Skunk, if you need to put that act together, if you want help, hit up John B. Pica. John knows how to put on a show. Skunk, seriously consider reaching out to John B. Pica. John, you are the best. You are totes rising tide serious. Seriously, when I say that. And I gotta be honest, says Brian Rodman, obviously I don't believe this to be true, but I find the Hollow Earth theory fascinating. Mike Mignola used it as a major plot point in the Hellboy universe, and it was excellent. Oh yeah, I think it's a literary thing. I love it too. Pellucidar by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Those books were brilliant. And then also Warlord, created by Mike Grell back in the 70s, about basically, it's implied he's a CIA agent who is on a YouTube scouting run, and he winds up in a land below the earth where time works in weird ways and magic is the way things work. Really great stuff. Oh, and here she is. Oh, and if you could see what she's wearing or not wearing.
I'm wearing a smile.
There we go. And so am I. Screen captures galore. Thank you. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
My darling. Who we missed each other this weekend.
Sure did.
Sure did. But we've been making up for it ever since. Anyway, but yeah, I find that, it's like with any conspiracy, Brian, I find it more than fascinating. Not just for the complexity of some of them or even the simplicity, but the fact that so many people buy into it, which, watch Wednesday nights on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, The Truthmongers at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, with Ted Davies and Glenn B. Fleming, a very intelligent show. And this week will be The Hollow Moon. And Jake says, the Skunk Rocker, answer to your question, by the way, do what the amazing Jonathan would do. Pick someone and don't let them give you no foreign answer. Right? That's true. That's true. You up here now. And I love it when he goes out into the audience, walks right up to somebody, gets right in their face and says, I need a volunteer. This could be anyone at all. You, sir, I didn't see you there. Come on up. That's right. I forgot about that. Oh, God, that's brilliant. Yeah, and the little side, that triggered something, Skunk. I remember the amazing Kreskin used to have a weekly syndicated show that I was a huge fan of, and he would do card tricks because he's a former Carney guy, So he would do, like all, like, and he admits his mental act. Now he tells everyone, yeah, this is real psychic stuff. But he said in the past, long ago, that yes, it's the Carney trick. But he would have somebody, he would shuffle a deck of cards and he'd give it to somebody and he'd like, okay, pick a card out of the deck, any card. He turns back to him and go, pick a card out of the deck, any card. And they'd pick a card. He goes, I'll hold it to the camera. I'm not looking at the monitors. He turns his head up, show it to the camera. And she would show it up and, it might be like a ace of hearts. And he would go, okay, I'm reading your mind. Is the card black? And they go, no. He goes, is the card red? And you go, ooh, yes. So I love that stuff. And Jake says, John B. Pica, audience management is a complicated question. I have a lot to share to help you, but if you haven't read Maximum Entertainment, you must. Yeah, John could probably recommend some really good books for you to take in. Now, I know that a lot of, like my ability to control an audience, basically, I got through doing live theater. One time I was doing a dinner show, a dinner play with our group. And the format was you usually ate first and then the show would begin. Well, something happened and they were actually like an hour and a half from being at our show, due to an accident with their GPS that they were too stupid to figure out until the last minute. And so I had to go out there. This is during Lakaja Fall, and I played the manager, and I warmed up the audience every night, so to speak. And I had to go out to this hungry audience that knew they weren't getting fed for at least an hour and a half. And so I had to go out there and prep them for the play. And the first thing I was told, don't mention food. And I'm like, okay. So I went out there and it was the longest 4 minutes I've ever spent on stage, but I was out there cracking jokes. Nobody was responding. And then finally I got a couple people to laugh, and then I started building on that. And finally I said, folks, you've suffered through me long enough. Trust me, we've got a great show for you coming up, and we're going to have the first act, and then after that we're going to feed you, and then we will have the second act. I promise we will make this afternoon worthwhile. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your patience and just loving all over them. And they were like, yeah, we love this guy. So yeah, it's working, we call it working the crowd, but controlling the audience, John, it's very, very true. And even one-to-one sales, there's a certain amount of that as well. And moon pies are the fraud of the snack industry. Follow John B. Pica for more unpopular opinions. Man, I probably will get more love for saying I don't like the Killing Joke, Batman, the Killing Joke, than you will get for that statement right there, brother. Oh my gosh. Oh, get the torches and pitchforks ready. John B. Pica's on stage. Anyway, author Kathy Jackson, booyah! Good Monday morning, everyone. Big hugs, darling. It was so wonderful to hug you, and it's like we'd seen each other the week before, but still, it's like, oh my gosh, Kathy and Matthew and their son are here. I am so happy. Brian is happy like an infant on Christmas morning. It was so much fun. And Christian was in Facebook jail again. That explains a few things. Yeah, And the Legend of Traveling TARDIS says you're too pretty. That's exactly what they said in Facebook jail. Yeah. Every time. Hey-o, good morning, everyone. Hugs. Love you, Kathy, on Facebook and on YouTube. Please check her out. And good news, watermark your logo. Excellent, Philip Thompson. Good news. Use it liberally. And I'm not going to read that next comment, Christian. And back in the cereal box, Skunk, that's what Johnny does. No one has ever denied him. Oh, yeah. Boom chicka wow wow. And Christian Illusion and Jake Lindsay, does John sell that book, or where can I buy it for audiences? Amazon, I'm sure, would have a copy of it. And Doris Jones, labors of love, work that audience. I've changed my entire comedy set based on the energy, culture, size, genders, etc. of an audience. And you have to do that, because, the same routines that you do for, if you're doing stand-up comedy, and I've been involved in stand-up comedy as a writer. At that time you couldn't get me up on stage with a shotgun. I'm saying, I just like, go ahead and pull the trigger. I'm not going up there. But no, seriously, if your audience is hostile, you have to figure out why they're not going to be receptive, and then just kind of dance around the things that might trigger their unhappiness, like in this case, food. And by another token, like when you're on one-to-one sales, you're going to talk to different people differently. That's why one of the first things a lot of us do is, what do you like to read? Let's open up that door. And once you've got that door open, then it's up to you to see whether you pull them through to your side. So it takes time, Jake. It takes time to be able to do this. So, but definitely check out that book, maybe on Amazon. John B. Pica at Imaginarium. I did a quick extreme magic at Holly's request. First thing I've done in front of an audience since October 2020. I may have to reconsider that retirement decision. John, I always knew you should. I really do, because you're a very skilled illusionist and you do so many things, and it's another potential income stream, dude. Because, I know and I'm talking to everyone when I say this, I know the 9 to 5 is security, but, my own experience, longtime viewers of this show know that I lost my job in 2012 because of someone else's mistake. And, more than 24 people got put on the breadlines while that person who made the mistake kept their job. Don't talk to me about the 9 to 5 being secure. And you can say, well, I'm union, I'm this, I'm that. And there's always reasons to fire you. Wait till you go past 50. And suddenly ageism is one of the few bigotries that is allowed and even encouraged in a lot of hiring. So seriously, that's why we want to encourage everyone to have your plan B, have your business, and have the thing you love become the thing that makes you money. So John B. Pike is doing it. Most of the people on this list are doing it. And if you aren't, we want to help you. Jake, my advice to you is simply this: stop overthinking everything and just have fun. Everything else will soon fall in place. That is great. Great advice from Bill Sarton. And this is true of like one-to-one sales. A lot of times I test taglines. I test new ways of selling my stuff to other people. And sometimes I do it with people I know won't buy from me. I can sometimes see it that they're just not interested. So I'll try things on them. I'll try my A game, and then I'll bring in something from B and see if that works. Just a thought. So excellent advice, guys. Excellent advice. And Brian got confused by a comment dump. Yeah, like that never happens. Number 3 there. And thanks, BCam, for all you do. Much success. All make it great for someone today. Ted Davies Artistry, you do that every day, brother. And we're looking forward to TED Talks tomorrow, where you're going to hit the drawing board there. That's going to be exciting. And then don't forget, tomorrow night on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, I'm going to be interviewing Mr. John B. Pica. That I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing Johnny on the show, and we're going to have a good time, and we're going to let you all participate in it too. So please bring your questions. The man's an author, an entrepreneur. He does ghost tours, and if you can't find something to ask him, it's on you, folks. So please bring your questions, because we're going to have John B. Pica tomorrow night, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And Cindy kept us out of break time far too soon. Don't forget to tip your host, bring Cookie home, and sign up for Rising Tides newsletter. It is the bomb diggity. Go to Patreon, where you can find all of your favorite artistic sorts, including CKOEPP.com. Do a search for that there, because that'll take you to Cindy Kep's page. Also, Amy Hale, Eric Hawkins, Ren Melly, and John B. Pica as the illusion, or no, the impossibilists. There's just Brian Rodman. There's just a whole bunch of really wonderful people offering really great content exclusively to their Patreon people. So please check out patreon.com and myself. Anyway, Cindy, glad to have you here, and I appreciate. And I don't know if you posted your usual promotions. So, we did have a comment dump. Holy cats! I didn't realize how much. Hold on a second. We're backtracking. People. We need to get this done. Oh, Cindy Cap, I wondered what happened. The thing was, this is so smooth. I didn't know. No, usually I skunk this is, and Joe Dog, this is for reference. Usually I see the dump happening, and I get that, new comments at the, I didn't get it this time. It might be part of the stuff, there we go. That, that may be part of, it could be distraction from anyway. But when we got Grant Lanker, we're going back. I think it's okay to find really dumb conspiracy theories interesting, B-Rod. I think Bigfoot is really neat when acknowledging that there's a 99% chance it doesn't exist. Yeah, that's true. And the thing is, I grew up with UFO theories. That was the big thing, flying saucers. And I went to a planetarium show about 15 years ago, and we had a guy who had just come back from working with the guys at the Hadron Collider, okay? And they had accelerated a particle to like 99.99999% of the speed of light, but that was all the faster they could move it. And he said, based on this, it is virtually impossible for other civilizations to notice us specifically. Now you're saying, well, what about our radio signals? Radio signals decay the farther out they go. And who knows that their points of reference would mirror ours. There is a theory that says to a lot of other alien civilizations, they could be so advanced that we aren't worth their notice. Or if they do, they might look at us the way we look at the coronavirus. Just to be honest. And Brian, Damien is Toys. Oh, who made the figures for the nebulizer and Luke Stone's hybrids? Damien, my fez is doffed to you, sir. What an artist you are. Holy cats. Thank you for being here. That is super. And thank you for subscribing. Rocketeer at War is my favorite Rocketeer story. Wow. And that's saying something, John, because the original Rocketeer story is one of my favorite comics ever. And Jay Trison incends for volunteering. People are more likely to volunteer if they get a prize for doing so. Yeah, and it could be just like a little something, like a photograph or a toy or something that ties in with you that you can put your logo on, especially. And Christian, let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Christian, I'm going to retire the Monday Morning Monster for this, especially when I get so far behind. Rise, Monday Morris Monster, arise. Pawn off your literature so that the one they call the sweet baked edible goodness that is your spouse continues to remain in her domicile. Handle the words that fly past you during your morning presentations every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Hashtag bring cookie home. Hashtag feed cookie later. No, we're feeding her as soon as possible. She's got to go to work today, but thank you, Christian. And thanks. I really do appreciate it. Well, you're welcome, Jake. We're glad. We hope we have helped. Like, it was stressful because I really wanted to interact with the audience. Well, and sometimes you just can't, okay? And Cindy Camp goes, good morning. Here I come to save the day. And Animal Eye has a new review. Oh, beautiful. Oh, sweet. I got to check that out, Cindy. Animal Eye is Cindy's latest book, and it's being turned into a comic with a script by the authoress herself. So please check it and check out the source and check out the other. I filled out my survey, Cindy. So I'm looking forward to getting all my Animal Eye goodness soon. I'm so excited. I really am. And Cindy goes, Nazis get steamed. In fact, Cindy, I sold a couple of books. They say, well, what's this one? I said, well, it starts out in 1939, and both of them said, boy, I hope it's got Nazis in there. I hate Nazis. I said, this is the book for you. One of them gets a boot to the snoot. In fact, and they said, okay, that's the book I want. So. Anyway, and forging volcano armor. That's our girl Volcana. Thank you, Cindy Cap. And using axes correctly, you need to check out the Simple Sword and and his follow-up book about axes from Nicholas Anthony Tockard. And happy birthday, Teresa, from Amy Hale and Sarah. Day 4 of adverse reactions to the COVID shot. Need to go back to bed, but I love you to the abyss and back. Sarah, stay hydrated. Keep the calorie level up, and know that I love you to the abyss and back as well. Take care of yourself, sweetie. And Skunk, I need some video intros and commercials for Back of the Cereal Box and Night Break. You guys know how to get a hold of each other. John, Skunk, reach out to him, or John, reach out to me. Well, his real name will be on the end of this show because Skunk did my timer. My countdown clock. And Magical, you want Magical, you got to check out Nightrike by John B. Pica. And Cindy Cap says, they're advancing on him. And here we go. And also check them out tonight, or tomorrow night, rather Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central on another amazing episode. And Damian Waldburn, Truth, I mean, toys and comics. That's exciting. It's good to have you here, Damian. Welcome to the Mad Now. Well, the madness is Pops Van Zant. We're the Madhouse. That's where they live. But anyway, glad to have you here, Damien, and good to meet you, sir. Good to meet you. Your path is strewn with naught but praise from Brian, and I've seen what you did on the nebulizer, and I think it's genius. The idea that you can actually open up the package and do what you do with the toys, which I don't need to know about unless you send me pictures. And then you can put it back in there, and it's still in the blister pack. It's awesome. That's good designing, Damien. I'm really happy with that, and we may be talking in the future. And Dingo's doing dastardly deeds. That's a great podcast. I love those guys, as well as the cultural nerds that frequent Ryan Permison's shows. And Jake says, John B. Pica, you need to read. You have Theatrical Magic. Get Ken Weber's Maximum Entertainment. Ask your club to do a mini lecture on audience management. Ooh, yeah. That's a good thing. And Cindy Cap, also something, if you guys, and I think you guys would be close enough, hire John B. Pica to tell you guys how to do it. Seriously, this guy gives super lectures on how to manage your audience, how to advance your business. I've seen his stuff. He is a fount of knowledge. See what it would take to get John to talk to your people. Okay? And Cindy Cap goes on to say, small publishers need desks too. Great Joe D. McPhee every Saturday night does comic book reviews and great interviews on his YouTube channel. Please subscribe. And Neuroses, Amy Hale's got them. I'm a Carrier. And it's a great new book by Amy Hale. And Warriors Trilogy by the wonderful Michaela Jade. The third book is out. The fourth is on its way. And besides Dwayne Laffin, my main magician mentor, and John, other magicians want me to pay to talk to them. And no joke, one guy even tried charging my dad $75 for a Zoom call. Now, well, Jake, I can see that to a degree. It is like when you hire a plumber or an electrician or a car mechanic. You are paying, one, for their knowledge, two, and most importantly, you are paying for their time. I have had Zoom calls where I have charged for my time on talking about publishing, because the time that they're talking to you could be the time that they are otherwise working for themselves. I know a comic book creator who comics are not his main gig, and he charges a minimum of $35,000 for a weekend to be at someone's show, because that is the exact amount he would make if he stayed home and worked on his own business. So you're paying for someone else's time. You might have to pay for John's time. Or maybe just mileage or something. But if this is something that you want to advance your business, to advance your show's popularity, you have to consider that not an expense, but an investment. Like, I buy stickers to hand out to people. I buy bookmarks. I buy business cards. I buy banners to promote myself. That's an investment in my business, just in the same way that a restaurant invests in fresh food, or they invest in nice tables and tablecloths and such. It is an investment in your business. So don't begrudge them. Don't begrudge them. But if you have to judge whether you can afford it and whether you can afford not to. So there you go. And happy birthday for Teresa, done with the Poetry Expressions Volume 1 and 2. And happy birthday, Teresa, from Damian Waldron. And done, says Joe Dog McKeel. It's like those little toasters, huh, where you had to program them the night before you left work, and then you came in the next morning and hope they got like the 3 or 4 seconds you needed cooked up. And Historical Fencing Guild, that's every Friday at 8 p.m. from Nicholas Anthony Tockard. Always fun guy. And guys, I tried to coach Jake for 2 years, but I know. Well, sometimes, John, you have to get through a lot, you have to get through a lot of preconceived notions on how things should work. And I have found myself. And also, some people just don't know what the costs of doing business are. And sometimes you have to change yourself to meet the expectations of your industry rather than the other way around. That's something a lot of people have to get over. And I'll help you, John. We'll work on them together. And more than powerful stories, get it from Bear Publications, the publishers of Animal Eye, the newest novel by Cindy Kep, and it's awesome. And from the Desmond Small Press Publisher, we were just talking glowingly about you. I'm late due to moving into the new office for the 9 to 5 job. Had to get here before the hashtag time feed cookie warning. Thank you, Joe D. McPhee. Check him out, 10 p.m. Eastern every Saturday night. Always a great show. And he's also involved with Indie Volt network shows. When you see Joe D. McPhee, you latch onto that show because you know you're going to get some smarts and some entertainment. Joe, good to see you this morning. And the first copies of Animal Eye are due to my house tomorrow. Then I can start fulfilling Kickstarter orders. Isn't that exciting? And Oz is full of zombies. I should know. I have evidence of it. Buried down here somewhere. Oh my God. Oh, yeah. Zombie World of Oz. Check it out. Fulfillment is starting on that, too. And it's a great read. It really is. And Renmelian, what a creative lady. Oh, so many creative people here. Check her out at renmelian.com. Also on Patreon. Cindy Kep says, QuadCon Waterloo Comic and Toy Show this Sunday. I will soon be there. You should be there, too. I agree. And then Fort Dodge Comic and Toy Show, QuadCon Fort Frenzy this Saturday. She's going to be there and see you there. You better see her there, because if you're not coming to see me in Murfreesboro, Illinois, you better be in Iowa gazing at Cindy's loveliness. And programming alert, Armchair Rocket Science will go live at 8:45 a.m. Tuesday, July 20th for the history-making Blue Origin launch. This flight will have the oldest and youngest astronauts, Wally Funk at 82 and Oliver Damon at 18. Wow. That is definitely historic from Joe Dog McKeel. Check out Armchair Rocket Science and sign up for his YouTube channel so you get news alerts. And like, I want to control an audience, but I want to do it as nice as possible. So honestly, it is hard to. It is a skill you develop, sir. And it's not like you're telling, this is what you people are, you will laugh when I tell you to. It's not like that. It is using your performance and your mannerisms and your voice to bring them over to your side, basically. And you can it sounds terrible, but you can almost train an audience to respond the way you want and to respond in the volume you want. For instance, when I'm a host at a show, I go, I address the entire crowd like, hello, Heroes for Kids Con, how you doing? Everybody goes, yeah. I go, oh, come on, you got to be doing better. Heroes for Kids Con, how you doing? And, get them fired up, get them excited. Scott Crocker says, it's not unheard of, Jake, in my world of entertainment being professional wrestling. There are seminars all the time where veteran wrestlers will show their tricks of the trade to the younger cats. And I've seen them go anywhere from $20 to upwards of $150, depending on who it is and how long the seminar goes. I know of some life coaches, for instance, they're in 5 figures for an evening. So yeah, but the thing is, if all you guys like put together some money or something, all of you could probably afford $20 or whatever. You get enough people that just want to build their own business, But check with John, see what he asks for his time, okay? And then Cindy Kep will be at the Davenport Comic and Toy Show, North Park Mall, July 31st and August 1st, and she'll be there too. And I think Michaela's there too. I believe you're right. So be there and visit with Michaela and drop by her table, or go to Cindy Kep and then go see Michaela, but definitely go see those lovely two ladies. They are fantastic, fantastic writers, and you're going to enjoy talking to them. You really will. Scott Crocker says, for example, I paid $40 to learn from Simon Gotch of the WWE, and it was a 2-hour seminar, and I feel like I got my money's worth. I used to go to the Amway seminars in Atlanta, Georgia, and I would be my wrist would be sore by the end of the weekend because I'm taking notes so furiously. People like Les Brown or all these great advertising guys, people who had built their businesses from nothing. And, it was worth it. It was seriously worth investing in myself and my business. And it's paid off today for my publishing. Eric Hawkins, I have people criticize my art all the time. I pay them no mind. When artists like Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, Doug Tenaple, Billy Tucci, Art Thibert, and others have told me how much they like it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And I've gotten, that's the thing that gets me through a lot of times too. I don't really get a lot of people that say, well, I don't like your writing. But yeah, you get people that turn you down. But then I remember how many people tell me I'm okay. So, and if I wasn't any good, then why could people keep offering me paid work? And have you read Neurosis yet? Have you seen the most recent review from Carl? 5 stars all around. Amy Hale, well deserved too. Definitely check out Neurosis, available on Amazon from Amy Hale. She's awesome. And does John sell that book or where can I buy it? Okay, there we go. We are caught up from where we were before. And Doris Jones Labor of love you. And John B. Pica, love you too. In a wholesome way, though. And Jake, my advice to you is simply have fun. From Bill Sarn, there we go. And yeah, I did. And Ted Davies said hello to him. And here we go. Cindy Kep says she's out of break time, which we mourn. Far too soon. It is. We love having you here, Cindy. And don't forget to tip your host. Bring Cookie home. Sign up for Rising Tide's newsletter. It is the bomb diggity. And go to Patreon where you can find all your favorite artistic sorts. Definitely. So if you want to sign up for my newsletter, go to risingtide.pub. There's a link at the top where you can sign yourself up or contact me via Facebook Messenger and with your email address, and I will sign you up too. But definitely go to CKOAPP and check out what Cindy Kep does. She is an amazing talent, and I think she's going to be her name's going to be on a lot of people's lips in a good way very, very soon. And she's engaging lurker mode, so people stay on your best behavior. You got that? And another comment, but I caught this one. Ha 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 ha. And Christian Illusionist Jake Lindsay says, thanks so much for the advice. I've been in magic only 7 years, and this was the first time it happened in public. So it got me really confused, and it felt like I was the cause of it. I wouldn't say you're the cause of it, Jake, at all. But know that you can control it. And a lot of people in the entertainment field have gone through what you've gone through. And this is how you learn. You have to have those cold audiences. You have to have people that don't give a damn about your writing. You have to have people that you have to overcome their objections, whatever they may be. And who knows what baggage they're bringing into the performance that night. They may have had the worst day of their lives. And now they're coming to your show because they bought the ticket or whatever. And now it's up to you to entertain them. And some people just can't be reached. But with proper training and absorbing the information from other people, you figure out what works for you. And I definitely get with John on that. And is Brian hating on people that work for a 40-hour week? No, I'm not. I respect that very much, Eric. In fact, I think all you drones ought to be chained to the wheel, if you know what I mean. But no, it leaves more time for me to have fun. No, seriously, I don't. I mean, if things were different, I'd have a job. But I don't. Well, I've got a job. I've got several jobs as a self-publisher. So, but no, I'm not. I don't hate on jobs. I really don't. Or I don't hate on the people that have them. I do hate on jobs sometimes because I'm seeing a lot of them that don't take care of their people, and they should. And they say, well, we're in the people business. Well, you should also include your employees. Like I said, I got fired myself, and 26 other people got fired in the state of Illinois because of one guy messing up his math, but he got to keep his job, and we had to get a severance package. So anyway, only plan the actions, never try to plan results. Exactly. That is a super, super way to look at Doris Jones' labor of love. And Bone Cave Tabitha here. Oh, Tabitha, mwah to you. It doesn't matter what you're selling. You must take each transaction, audience, individual sale books individually. I found that laughter makes people more comfortable and more likely to buy. Exactly. And that's why you come up to me, and basically my greeting sounds more like a stand-up routine than anything. And the thing is, I also have things like the thank you ceremony, the act of putting things in, extra stuff into the bag like it's Christmas. We make a show of it. And I think a lot of people, not only because I think it's also very important not just to go for the sale, but go for after the sale, so that people remember you. And when they sample your product, where it's writing art, they think of you fondly and think, I need to support that cat. He or she made me a happy person. BKM says John B. Pica, JBP. One of the questions I ask people that constantly engage them is, do you like to have fun? Because I've asked people, do you love to read? And people often say no. Yeah. Or what do you like to read? And they go, well, I don't read. And I did have a conversation with some people over the weekend. One person said, I can only make the time to read stuff that pertains to my field. I wish I could read for fun. And, but I just don't have I just don't allocate the time. And I said, well, if you do, think of me. Here's my card and everything. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. We had a little conversation. We part as friends. And that's another thing that a lot of people don't. I picked this up from Henri Compon, that it's important to make people glad they met you, even if they don't buy, because I've had people, they always do that thing. Well, I'm looking around before I make any purchases. That's fine. And I tell them, if they get to hear my spiels, even just one, I say, hey, thanks for your time. Appreciate your being here. Hope to see you again in the future. And most of the time I do. Scott Crocker says, well, I say that because you skipped at least 18 comments. Yeah, something happened, and this dump was so smooth, I didn't notice it. So anyway, John B. Pica says, because our books are fun. Exactly, and people deserve to know about it. And yes, Eric, I always do, yeah. He always does. And BKM said, F them kids, says Brian Rodman. I read the comments. I want to. Okay, what? Not kids, no, we're against that thing vehemently. And it will be fun tomorrow. I had to reschedule Pilates class just for you, Brian. Oh my God, really, John? Wow. Yeah, I'd hate to have to reschedule again, but I'm glad. Thank you, John. I do appreciate it, man. We are going to have fun. I'll send you the stuff later today. And LOL, B-Rod. Yeah, thanks. Don't encourage him, Skunk Rocker. And I don't understand how people can believe in alien abductions or Bigfoot in an era where everyone has a mini video recorder in their pocket. Well, that's the thing. I don't know how much of that happens now, but it's also easier to fake it now, too. But back in my day, we didn't have cell phones. We didn't have cameras we carried around unless it was a still camera. But there are still a lot of interesting stories about alien abductions and probing and all that kind of stuff. So that'd be interesting to find out whether we still have the high percentage of sightings that we used to, especially now that the government is like revealing what they can't identify in the sky. Michaela Jade, I like having a day job, not so much for security because I like to have money. Eric Hawkins, you prostitute, you. I approve of that. And back in the cereal box, oh, Grant, those are fighting words. Go get them. And our new show, Cryptid Crunch, hosted by Willow Schuyler, will make you a believer or else. Willow will make you a believer. I saw her face. Now I am one. Anyway, Grant Lankard, I forgot she has a new show. Well, imprint that on your memory. I'm going to be watching it. And Eric, hey, that's my line. Have you been watching my videos? Says Eric, says Michaela Jade. Well, isn't it nice to know that someone does, right? I am always gratified. And what up, lovelies? Mike, Jimmy, Larsha DeBrew, and Life on Cora number 4. You got to get it, got to get it, got to get it. Anyway, it's good to see you, Mike, Jimmy. Hope your day is going well, my friend. And Brian Robin says, I'm with Eric. I love my day job. Very blessed to have a place that is so encouraging in my comic ventures and a great group of folks that I can genuinely call my friends. I plan on retiring from there. And I like the people at most of my jobs too. But the job itself, and God bless you for having a great job that you love. Most of my stuff was I liked my job most of the time. I didn't like a number of the policies. I didn't care for how some of it was done. And after I heard about when I left, I'm very grateful I got out of there. A lot of things happened that I don't know that I could have stayed there. But anyway, Joe Dog McKeel says, UFOs, I heard the test pilot for the first U.S. jet wore a gorilla costume over his flight suit with a top hat and a cigar. The reason was if another pilot saw him, who would believe that description? Oh, yeah, the U.S. jet, yeah, I could see like the YouTube pilots doing that sort of thing. What's that strange aircraft? Wait a minute, there's an ape in a suit. What the hell? Anyway, that is thank you, Joe Dog McKeel. That's lovely. And the artwork Bill Stern says, great Joe, as always. It was good to the last drop, but I got a boogie. Well, don't boogie too hard, you'll spill. I have a lot to do before Laura takes me out for my birthday supper tonight. Well, happy birthday, Bill. I think I didn't get a chance to wish you one. And everyone have a great day. Do good deeds, vile con dias, amigos. Hey, Bill's artwork of Bill Stern, where everything old is new again on Facebook. Please check out that page if you would, because he's a great artist. And Life on Cora is now sitting at 41 backers with 2,620 euros. Can we reach 3K before we go into fulfillment next month? Let's do that thing. Please put in a link, especially on Facebook. If you go over to Facebook, Mike Jimmy, and put in a link, that will last, okay? And the thing is, the guy wasn't charging other magicians, only my dad and me. Okay, now that stinks. That is totally stinky there. Jake, the Bible says in Timothy that a worker is worthy of his wage, says John B. Pica. Very good. And that's very good wisdom there, John B. Pica. Thank you. Eric Hawkins says, my job even told me to stay home one day to finish my comic book so I could go to a Cardinals game with them that evening. Green seats behind the plate, so sweet. Well, my supervisor was very sympathetic to what I did. But most of the time, everyone else in the building was like, Huh? You're going to be a place where they sell comic books? They still make those things? You're going to be in a play? Why would you want to pretend to be other people? Huh? So yeah, most of the people, I don't think the scabs on their knuckles ever healed from dragging them over the sidewalk. And less than 26 minutes until don't die in time to feed Cookie. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. And woo, Cindy says Pops fans that. And another, the comment dumps are happening today. And Brian Rodman, well, it's about that time, folks. What a great start to the week as usual, my friend. Glad you were here. You were part of it, brother. Everyone have fun, be safe, and read comics. Feed Cookie and hashtag laugh like Skeletor. Or something like that. We're trying to rush today, obviously. Thanks, Brian. Love you, man. Mwah. And real John B. Pike, the first 30 minutes of my stage show is designed to train the audience how to react. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't see it, but when the live audiences for game shows or for like talk shows like The Tonight Show or Conan O'Brien, they usually have like a warm-up act to come out. And they actually come out and say, this is how we expect you to behave. We expect you to laugh. And if you laugh, you find funny, I want you to roar. Don't just, I want you to belly laugh. In fact, I did something yesterday, John. It's kind of sneaky. We started out our panel on Saturday, not yesterday, but Saturday. We had a panel on writing with a great deal of the Nevermorians and Richard Knack of the Dragonlance series. It was great to meet him. What a great guy. But the thing was, we had two people show up, and they were basically told, you need to be here. They were a pair of high school kids who wanted to learn how to become professional writers. And the thing is, it was just those two and like six of us on the panel. I said, okay, guys, we got to do something. We're going to get some attention. When I go, count to three, laugh as loud as you can. Okay? And so 1, 2, 3. And people started coming in. It was underhanded. It was dirty. There's a little larceny in everything we do, but yeah, a lot of acts are set up that, and you don't see it from your vantage point at, your couch or your bed at night. But a lot of those people are basically trained how to react to the rest of the show. But in the case of live performance, it has to be a bit more subtle. But John's the man. Seriously, John's the man. An Armchair Rocket Science special report will be on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Joe Dog channels and Rising Tide Broadcast Network on Facebook. Thank you for sharing that. I look forward to seeing that. And Cindy Kemp is sneaking back in. Go to Sarnard76 for vintage cartooniness. It is fabulous. Now she's sneaking back to lurker mode. Mwah. Cindy, hope you have a great day, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. Sorry I missed your comments earlier. And while I have offered free sword instruction for 20 years, says Nicholas Anthony Tockard, I did charge for someone who wanted in-home private lessons. If you are good at something, don't do it for free, not just in cash, though. Yeah, always leave that paper trail. And must run by good show, Brian. Thank you, Carl Wisman. Thank you for answering my question this morning. You and Donna have a sensational day. Love you both, man. Mwah. And do not die. Please feed the great Cookie. I'm working on it. And much love to you, Brian. I'm going to use your advice for my other 3 shows this week. And please keep me in your thoughts if I experience that again. You will rise. You will conquer. You will make this happen, Jake. It's in your hands, and God gave you the talent to do it. All right. So don't waste it. Use it, my friend. That's what it's for. And I've never had a dump so smooth I didn't notice it. I know comments can come pretty solidly sometimes, just like you haven't had a comment in days. Yeah, I know what you mean. Anyway, City kept seeking out again, so I sold 2 dragons because I was playing with them when people walked up, and I sold others by asking, want to adopt a dragon? Sneaking back into lurker mode. Way to work it, Cindy. Way to work it. And I cannot wait for BKM and John BP one-on-one. It's going to be fun. And I suspect John will be on. I won't get a word in edgewise, and that's the way I love my show. Now, it's going to be 2 friends talking, and we're going to let you eavesdrop. It's going to be a lot of fun. And Pop Sans go feed Cookie. Yes, sir. I will. Yes, dear. And here we go. Joe Dog McKeel, and it's that time of Cookie's hungry, you going to die. We're getting through it. And Grant, you assume a lot. 65% of the U.S. population do not have a smartphone. I have a cell phone, but it ain't too smart. I'll tell you that right now, John. And where does Eric work? They hiring? Ask Taurus Jones. PM him on Facebook. He's there. And Jobby Pica says that my wife is a teacher. 80% of students do not have access to internet outside of school. This made virtual learning during the pandemic nearly impossible. Yeah. In our area, some of the schools had to hand out laptops to some kids in the more affluent schools around town. So yeah, this has been. We have lived through challenging times, my friends, and we are on the other side of it. We've got nowhere to go but up. And the things I do for baseball tickets, the Amazon beauty. Yeah, but what would you do for a Klondike bar, Doris Jones? That's what we want to know. And have a wonderful day, all. Don't get into too much trouble. Grant Lankard, it's already too late for me. You and Angie have a fantastic day, my friend. Skunk Rocker says, so I remember I brought up that seminar earlier. At the very beginning, Simon had us all circle the ring and told us we were going to be doing Hindu squats, an exercise routine to get warmed up. When we were all ready, he counted down from 3, and when he got to 1, he said, all right, forget that. We're not doing it now. And it helped loosen everyone up and not be so nervous around a guy who's essentially a world-renowned celebrity. That is true. That can be very intimidating. Well, I remember to loosen up people at a comedy show, said, okay, this is the audience participation part of our show. On the count of 3, I want you to do something with me. Okay, everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, fart. It got us laughing, got us in the mood, and just cracked that ice wide open. So yeah, it's all in how a lot of times it's how you open your show. Ace Bonnie says success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. That's from Pele, who's one of the until David Beckham, that was the only world-renowned soccer player I knew. So thank you, Ace, for sharing that. And got to run. Time to make the donuts. John B. Pica, good luck with the donuts. We'll see you tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time. John, I'll send you the link later today. We are going to have fun, brother. And there are a lot of ways of getting those kind of reactions where whatever you want without people noticing, says the Skunk Rocker. Or in some cases, blatantly noticing because it's part of the act. Yeah. That's true. You just have to make it yours and lean into it. And people will love you for it. They honestly will. And Jessica Johnson says, thank you for being at Heroes for Kids Con this year. And thank you to everyone that has supported us. Big hugs to you and Cookie. See you both soon. Can't be soon enough, Jess. We'll see you in Metropolis in a couple of weeks. If nothing else, Jessica, much love to you and Lonnie and your children. And thank you all for making me feel like a rock star when I was there. And thank you for doing Heroes for Kids Con. And I'm on board, I think, as long as I can, okay? And 1, 2, 3, fart. I guess people were glad I wasn't there. Yeah. And I didn't participate. I didn't, because I want people to stay for the rest of the show. But anyway, folks, we hope thank you all for staying for the rest of this show. We appreciate it. And thank you for getting through our comment dump. And we're going to close off the comments at this point because we have people to thank. For instance, Jessica and Lonnie Johnson for hosting us during Heroes for Kids Con. It was a great time. Please keep your calendars open in July because we're going to have the next one. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll take the Skunk Rocker here. Well, it isn't quite noon, but I suppose I should go ahead and say it. Don't die. Feed Cookie and watch out for those comment dumps. They'll get you every time. See? Skunk knows. Skunk knows. Skunk, I hope you are having a great, great day. And I hope, brother, you have many more. And I hope the rest of the day just is absolutely golden for you. And same for the rest of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your ongoing support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And while we're talking about people I appreciate the hell out of Jeffrey Hayes for his friendship and his ongoing support of our programs. And Plasma Fire Graphics, what a talented man. And he can do this for you at indie producer prices. Check out Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you. Do you want somebody who can help you sell your book with either graphics or the finished product? Do you want a great groovy book trailer like the one you just saw? Then contact Jeffrey Hayes at Plasma Fire Graphics. Check out his Facebook page. Also, he did my latest book, Snow Ambition, the 4th in the Snow Short series, Abraham's Snow Adventure, a quick read crime thriller that you will enjoy. It's only 99 cents on Amazon, and I'm proud of this book. It really turned out well. Thank you, Bobby Nash, BobbyNash.com, but also go to Plasma Fire Graphics.com when the look of your book matters to you. Also want to thank our Patreon people. We'll thank our Patreon people first because they are wonderful. These wonderful people also have their own Patreon pages, so check them all out. They all have something to offer you because it's a monthly Patreon. It's a monthly subscription service where you can subscribe to your favorite creator and support him directly in a financial way. And in return, we give you stuff like exclusive blogs, artwork, news, all kinds of cool things. And we're going to be working on our blog today, and we're hoping to increase the frequency of it. That's the thing. And we appreciate everyone who has signed up for our page, but even $1 a month helps us in so many ways. If it weren't for my Patreon people, I don't know if this show could be on. I don't know if any of my shows could be on, but it's because of them that they make this possible. So thank you to my Patreon people. So definitely check us all out, at, particularly me, because I'm selfish, at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. Also want to thank the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We have your entertainment and information covered 7 days a week. Last night's Heather Ellen extravaganza, Comics, Chaos, and Sass was a delight. It was seriously wonderful because she is seriously wonderful. But we've got stuff for you every day of the week. Check out tomorrow we have TED Talks where he's going to be hitting the art boards. You get to watch him do his thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning Eastern time. And then tomorrow night, I will be on with John B. Pica on Clever Title Pending. Please bring your questions for Johnny B, because he is awesome. He's amazing. He's a lot of fun. He will make me look like I have no energy and I'm dull, which I usually am. Anyway, and then we will be back on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. with another Nevermind the Furthermore. Also, check out Christian Basil tomorrow night on The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. He's going to have some very special guests on and always great conversation all pertaining to Doctor Who. That'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night on the Hanging with Web Show Network because he's awesome. And let's see, what else have I got? I think that is it. And as usual, folks, if you've enjoyed any part of this video, and we appreciate you being here and watching it, any part of it, whether it's live or on the rerun, please, if you're on Facebook, give us a like if you would, and also like the page you're watching it on, whether it's Kathy Jackson's books, Rising Tide Broadcast Network page, or the Rising Tide Publications page, because it's a great thank you to your hosts if you haven't liked them already. Also, you can get a notification every time we start up a video. You're going to get notified about 20 minutes beforehand. And if you're watching us on YouTube for the better picture and sound quality, please give us a thumbs up, because it's how we defeat the deadly algorithms on that page and get more notice, that we can get your notices out before a wider audience. All right. And also, advertising opportunities are available on this show, and also Clever Title Pending and the Comic Book Spectrum on Thursday nights, where we talk about comics, obviously. But anyway, also please subscribe to us on YouTube and ring that bell. Do nasty, vile things to that bell. You'll be rewarded with notice that we're on the air. Please share this video if you've enjoyed it, and tell your friends about us, because we would appreciate that. We'd love for your help. We really would. And we do want your help in growing this. We'd like to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, if at all possible. And we can't do it without your help, folks. So anyway, I think that's it. I see one more comment. Shall I read it? Yes, I shall. Ace Bonnie. Take care, all. Ace, thank you for being here, my man. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a super Monday, and I hope the rest of you have a fantastic Monday as well. And let's take this feeling that we got from Heroes for Kids, and let's carry it through the rest of the week, and we're going to bring it to the convention in Muddy Monster Convention in I blanked out on the name already, Murfreesboro, Illinois, just west of Carbondale. Please check us out this coming week. There's a Facebook page for it, an event page. We will link to it later today to remind you. Please come see us, and mention Nevermind the Furthermore, or Clever Title Pending, or Comic Book Spectrum, and we'll take $5 off of any 2 books you buy. Okay? And the more you buy, the worse our math gets. So anyway, folks, thank you for being here. We appreciate the hell out of all of you. And we'll be back tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending, and we'll be back Wednesday morning with another comment dump extravaganza.
How dare you?
I dare a lot, Greta, and we dare to come back on Wednesday. Hope you'll join us then for another Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central. Check your local time zones, and the tea leaves will never lie. But anyway, folks, as always, Thank you, folks, for watching this show. Thank you for being great supporters, great friends. And as I'm scrolling to where I need to be, thank you. Oh, I found it. Anyway, thank you, folks, for being here. Make this day better for someone else. You know, a kind word, a smile. It just takes a little. And you never know whose day you're improving, okay? And you never know what challenges they're facing that you may have just given them the key to get through the rest of the day. So anyway, folks, follow the rising tide. Do the rising tide. It'll come back to you tenfold, if not more. And as always, folks, I'm Brian K. Morris. Thank you for being here. Find me on Facebook and Instagram and on Amazon, most importantly on Amazon, where you can find my books. And we hope you check them out. And as always, folks, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a great day, one and all. Talk to you Wednesday. Take care.
Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide broadcast network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.